My name is Rasya Ramadan and welcome to our Group 6 presentation with the topic about forming concept. First presentation will be delivered by Dio Ravenga with the topic about thinking. Dio Ravenga, time is yours.
Thank you, Rasa. I'm Muhammad Ravenga. In here, I am responsible to present of the topic thinking. Critical thinking is the capacity to transmit the knowledge learned from certain discipline to other cognitive area. One of the key aspects of critical thinking is it focus on evaluative learning. One main characteristic of thinking, cognitive base. It is important to note that thinking skill can be improved through practice and education by training our brains to think critically and creatively, abstract and logical. Abstract thinking enables individuals to conceptualize ideas that are not psychically present. Goal-directed. Goal-directed thinking is essential for efficiently solving problem and adapting to our environment. Two component of the thinking process, mental process. Mental process refer to the internal cognitive operation that enable us to acquire, store, and apply the knowledge, forming the foundation of reasoning and problem solving. Analyzing involve decomposition information into component to uncover relation and meaning. Synthesizing is the process of integrating diverse ideas or findings to generate a novel concept or cohesive framework. 3. Type of thinking. Concrete thinking, in which individual focus on concrete facts and information. Abstract thinking, which involve the ability to understand relationship, complex ideas, and concepts that are not directly related to psychical reality. Divergent thinking involves exploring multiple possible solutions to a single problem. Convergent thinking focus on finding the best solution based on available information. Reflective thinking refers to the critical evaluation one belief and thought process. In conclusion, critical thinking is not just an academic skill, but a life skill that fosters adaptability, innovation, and collaboration. And the next presentation will be presented by Rasya with the topic concept.
Okay, thank you Dio. I'm Rasya Ramadan. Here I'm responsible to present about concept. A concept is a category of object, symbol, or specific event that are classified based on their respective characteristics. If this is the case, many the concept held by the individual stem from the learning process, which in turn form the foundation of the individual thinking structure. We can emphasize how this foundational knowledge leads us to explore the specific element that make up the concept. The element that constitute a concept can vary depending on the theoretical framework applied. Okay, number one, defining feature. These are the attribute or characteristic necessary to classify an object within a specific category. Number two, prototype. Number three, exemplar. In exemplar theory, concepts are format based on specific example stored in memory. And number four, abstraction. The process of extraction common feature from similar group of an object is also a crucial element in concept formation. And the last one, generality. This element encompasses the ability to apply the format concept to new object or situation that share similar characteristics. Okay, and next presentation will be presented by Eva Junior with the topic conjunctive concept.
Okay, Rasya, thank you. I'm Eva Yuniar Andriani, here to am responsible to presentation conjunctive concept. Conjunctive concept are the type of concept in learning and cognitive theory that requires that explain of two or more attributes that must all be met in order for the concept to be applied. Concept is a way of mentally grouping and categorizing various objects or principles that are similar in a particular way. The concept type of attribute combination AI conjunctive concept. This is accordance with the opening that touch one conjunctive concept is a concept that display at least two or more property so that it meet the coordination as unexplained of concept. 2. Conjunctive concept, which is a concept in which that are two or more traits so that it can quality. 3. Conjunctive concept are the concepts that are asked to touch. Next presentation will be presentation by Farsha with the topic adjunctive concept.
Okay, thank you Eva. I am Farsa Azifa Kazarani. Here are responsible to present our disjunctive concept. Here are the points that can explain the disjunctive concept in the context of logic, philosophy, and cognitive psychology, or depending on the relevant area. 1. Definition of disjunctive. Disjunctive refers to a relationship or statement that expresses two or more possibilities, where only one of those possibilities is valid or occurs. 2. Disjunctive statement in logic. And 3. Disjunctive types. Exclusive disjunctive. In this type, only one statement can be true and no one else. Next 4. Role in the thought process. 5. Disjunctive in linguistics. And 6. Disjunctive in philosophy. In the realm of philosophy, disjunctions are used to discuss issues or arguments that involve alternative or mutually exclusive possibilities. Next 7. Function and consequences of disjunctive. 8. Diversion with conjunction. Next presentation will be presented by Titania with the topic a relation concept.
Thank you, Farsha. I'm Tania. Here, I'm responsible to present about relational concept. A relational concept refers to ideas or terms that express the relationship between different elements, people, or objects. A relational concept defines how two or more elements are connected. It is not about individual entities in isolation, but about the meaningful relationship between them. The importance of relational concept. Relational concepts have significant importance across various disciplines due to their ability to facilitate understanding, reasoning, and application of complex ideas. First, educational significance. In educational setting, relationship concepts are fundamental for fostering effective learning. Second, role in abstract thinking. Abstract relational ideas are really fully detached from their conceptual origin. 3. Relevant in human service. In human service, relational practice is crucial for achieving desired outcomes. That's all for our Group 6 presentation. Thanks for watching and good morning. Bye-bye.